There is a peculiar and profoundly silent moment that comes into existence when two human beings who have truly awakened to their own essence stand before one another. It's not the sentimental intoxication described by romantic novels, nor the dramatic interpretations offered by spiritual communities. It is something far subtler, far deeper, and infinitely more beautiful than anything we are conditioned to expect or imagine. Most relationships, if we look at them with complete honesty, begin from a place of incompleteness. Two people approach each other because each one feels a certain emptiness within, a sense of lack, and the other person appears to promise a cure for that inner void. We call this falling in love, but in reality, it is falling into need. Two halves desperately trying to become whole, two empty vessels seeking to fill each other, two drowning individuals holding on to one another in hopes of staying afloat. And there is nothing inherently wrong with this. This is where the majority of humanity lives. These relationships can function. They can even be pleasant. But they are built upon a fundamental misunderstanding: the belief that you are incomplete, that happiness is somewhere outside you, that another human being can fill the inner absence you have not yet faced. But when two awakened souls meet, everything changes. The first and most crucial truth is this: awakened souls do not need each other. They are already complete within themselves. They have discovered that the wholeness they were seeking was never outside. They understand that they are not separate, limited beings requiring another to complete them. They recognize themselves as expressions of the universe, consciousness taking form through them. So when such beings meet, they come together out of pure choice, not out of desperation. They meet because they want to, not because they must. This simple shift from need to choice, from dependency to freedom, transforms the entire quality of the relationship. Consider this analogy. When someone is starving, they will eat anything, not for the pleasure, but simply to fill their emptiness. But when someone is satisfied and still chooses to eat, each flavor is savored, each bite is appreciated. You eat for joy, not for survival. This is what happens when awakened beings meet. They do not use each other as emotional crutches. They appreciate, celebrate, and enjoy each other's presence. They do not extract from one another. They simply share existence. A profound freedom emerges in such a connection. Since neither person is driven by need or fear, there is no grasping, no clinging, no attempt to mold or control the other. Each is free to evolve, to shift, to grow without fear of judgment or loss. Possessiveness dissolves. The fear of abandonment disappears. Not because they don't value the relationship, but because they know that their existence, their completeness, does not depend on another person's presence. An awakened soul knows that you cannot possess another human being any more than you can possess the wind, the ocean, or the sky. The other person is, and always will be, free. And instead of feeling threatened by that freedom, the awakened soul finds beauty in it. They don't imprison the bird. They marvel at its ability to fly. So what happens when awakened souls truly meet? The first moment is often one of recognition, not a romantic spark or fireworks, but a deep inner knowing. I see you as you are, and you see me as I am. Masks fall away. The usual social performances and ego defenses become obsolete. Both individuals relax into their true selves. Their communication takes on an entirely different texture. They do not speak to defend their identities or win arguments. They explore ideas like dancers moving with fluidity and grace. They can disagree without conflict because they are not attached to their views. They understand they are not the thoughts arising within the mind, but the awareness in which those thoughts appear. Silence between them is not empty. It is full, resonant, alive. They do not need to fill every moment with words. They can sit together in stillness, in a presence deeper than language. When they do speak, they listen, truly listen, without projecting, without waiting impatiently for their turn to talk. There is curiosity, openness, and genuine respect for the mystery the other represents. They know they can never fully understand another being, and they don't attempt to. They allow each other to remain unpredictable, surprising, deeply alive. There is a shared humor between awakened beings, a laughter that rises from seeing the cosmic absurdity of existence, the strange comedy of being human, the joke of the ego. They do not take themselves too seriously. They can laugh at their own patterns, their own illusions, their own human quirks. Physical intimacy, when it happens, is transformed. It is not driven by need, insecurity, validation, or conquest. It is a celebration, an expression of consciousness through physical form. There is no fear, no pressure, no performance. There is only presence. Awakened souls are equally comfortable together or apart. They understand that closeness and distance are both part of the natural rhythm of life. Like inhaling and exhaling. Being apart is not rejection. Being together is not possession. Both movements nourish the relationship. Conflicts do arise, of course. Awakening does not remove humanity. But conflicts are approached with humility and sincerity. There is no need to win, no need to dominate. Both individuals seek understanding rather than victory. They can acknowledge their mistakes, apologize without resentment, and forgive without keeping score. Their generosity toward each other flows naturally. They give because giving is joyous, not because they expect anything in return. They support each other's growth, even if that growth leads in different directions. They want the other person to become fully themselves, even if that means evolving beyond the relationship. They do not bind their connection with fear-driven promises of forever. They do not cling to the future or hold on to the past. They live in the present moment, fully aware that love is not strengthened by force or vows, but by freedom. And paradoxically, this very detachment often allows the relationship to deepen and endure. There is a sacredness in the ordinary when awakened souls are together. Everyday actions, washing dishes, sitting in traffic, shopping for groceries, become infused with presence. They do not wait for special moments to be happy. They recognize that this moment, exactly as it is the only moment there ever truly is. Awakened souls feel all human emotions, joy, sadness, anger, jealousy, but they do not drown in them. Emotions arise, move through them, and dissolve. They observe the emotional weather without becoming the storm. Most importantly, they understand that the purpose of their connection is not personal fulfillment or completion. It is something far grander. Consciousness experiencing itself through relationship. The universe exploring its own depths through the mirror of another awakened being. And their presence together radiates outward. Others can sense it. A peaceful, grounded, joyful energy that needs no display or explanation. Their union, whether intimate or platonic, becomes a blessing to those around them, inviting others to remember their own true nature. This is what happens when two awakened souls meet. Not chaos, not drama, not desperate attachment, but a serene, vibrant celebration. A relationship of freedom, appreciation, trust, and presence. A union where both remain fully themselves and yet merge into something larger than either alone. And in this meeting, this dance of consciousness with consciousness, something profound is realized. That love is not the bond between two separate beings, but the recognition that separation never existed at all.